What you are about to discover about some other cultures might blow your mind. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we will be looking at some of the weirdest traditions around the globe that are quite shocking. It is natural to be a little confused by foreign practices that we never grew up seeing. Most of these traditions are old and have specific reasons for them. There is a lot to discuss, so without any further ado, let's get into it. On number 1, we have the tradition of smashing coconuts on someone's head, from India. India is known to have a rich culture in which most of the customs take you back hundreds of years. This is why these traditions may not be acceptable in today's world. However, the elder generation specifically still believes in it. This coconut smashing tradition takes place in a town called Tamil Nadu. The people here celebrate a festival called Adi Peruku every monsoon. It is for the appreciation of water for supporting and helping nature. The priest holds the coconut above the head of the person, and a separate priest stands there to smash it on their head, breaking the coconut in half. There is an entire queue formed of people willing to participate in this ritual. You might be wondering why this happens? Well, tradition signifies letting go of your past and your sins. It indicates that you are starting fresh and devoting your life to loving nature and pleasing God. It is quite ironic how this festival is to promote peace and serenity, but the tradition itself can be very harmful. Many people get head injuries and even bleed, but they refuse to go to the hospital as they are dedicated to pleasing the holy God. The second tradition on our list is called Polterabend in Germany. This ritual takes place before the wedding ceremony of a couple. The family and friends of the bride and groom break porcelain to represent a bright future for their marriage. It is not a proper ceremony to which everyone is invited. It's just an understood thing where all the guests show up with different poetry pieces the night before their actual wedding. This includes breaking plates, pots, flower pots, and whatnot. The only exception is bringing mirrors, because it is believed that breaking a mirror will bring bad luck for 7 years. After the items are smashed and broken, the couple has to clean up the mess by themselves. This is to show that no matter what, the couple will work things out together. The entire lesson of this tradition is quite sweet because it teaches us about unity and love. But the actual act of breaking items seems very unnecessary. This tradition was started by the Germanic tribe that broke shards to get rid of any evil spirits. The next tradition is on a whole different level of gruesome. It takes place in Indonesia, where whenever a loved one passes away, the finger of a woman is amputated. The previous two traditions we just discussed involve the breaking of objects. But in this ritual, actual humans are damaged severely. This ritual, called Ikapalan, occurs in the Dani tribe, which has been practicing it for many years now. The fingers are firstly tied with a rope. This stops blood circulation and makes the finger numb so that the woman doesn't feel the pain as much. Then, the finger is cut off with the use of an axe. In the modern world, we can see how sexist this is because men do not have to go through this. It is believed that the suffering of a woman in such a way gives peace to their deceased ones. The people of Indonesia from other tribes have realized how barbaric this is, and the government plans to take an action against it. Sadly, the women are left with no choice but to say yes, because this is what they have been taught from the very beginning. The fourth tradition on our list is also from India. This is known as the baby tossing ritual, in which an infant below the age of 2 years is thrown 30 to 50 feet high and then dropped. People are standing beneath holding a white cloth waiting to catch the baby. Since the ritual has religious sentiments attached, it takes in a shrine or a mosque, and the entire procedure is carried out by a priest. Both Hindus and Muslims tend to practice this ritual. This ritual came into practice 700 years ago in the states of Maharashtra and Karnataka. During this time, there were insufficient doctors. In the case of an infant being sick, there was no knowledge of what to do. The families then used to turn to the priests. The legend was that if you drop a baby from the roof of a shrine, it would be wrapped up in a white blanket mid-air. This signified the power of God and how he was the best cure for any sickness. It is okay to have strong religious beliefs, but to play with the life of an infant who is already so sick is very problematic. The government of India has condemned this practice, saying that this can be very dangerous for the child. It is illegal in the children's law. If you have enjoyed the video so far, kindly like and subscribe for more. We are officially on the 5th custom of this list. If you are still watching, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now, this tradition will give you some bittersweet feelings. It is followed by the people of Madagascar, in which the dead body of a loved one is carried on the heads of the family, and they dance to music while carrying it. The corpses are wrapped in a white cloth and their names are written on it so they are always remembered. This tradition goes by the name Famadihana, and it started in the 17th century. The logic is that the souls of the dead people join their ancestors, which is a cause for celebration. It is weird because most people show grief when their loved one dies, but here the families come together and celebrate. These family gatherings connect people that haven't seen each other in extended periods, so this ritual represents love and unity. Usually, it would be considered disrespectful to carry around a dead body like that, but according to the people, it is a way to show respect. However, recently tribes have started to let go of this tradition. This next custom is a part of the Scottish culture and it is very disgusting, quite literally. The bride and groom are kidnapped by their friends and family, then they are covered in mud and other dirty substances. The tradition is given the name blackening because the couple gets their clothes and skin smeared with black liquids. Some of these substances include cow dung and pig blood. The families plan this capturing a few weeks or days before their wedding. One famous incident that captured the media's attention was of Melanie Richmond, who stayed in that filthy situation for over 5 days. The couple simply has no choice of refusing to this custom because the kidnapping scene is arranged by their loved ones. This tradition signifies how the couple can get through any situation if they can get through this event. It began way before the 19th century when the feet of the couple were first blackened and then washed. However, over the years the tradition lost its original practice and turned into a gross event. You cannot blame the participants though, because after all, they just do this for the giggles. There is nothing illegal going on and the family just wants to celebrate the upcoming marriage. Moving on, there is a custom of a man carrying his pregnant wife on burning coal. This is a pregnancy ritual in China that seems quite odd at first, but once you get to know the reasoning behind it, you might understand why they do this. The belief is that the pregnant wife goes through so much pain and struggle during the 9 months of her pregnancy. To show her love, the husband has to carry her in his arms and walk on fire while his feet are burning. There is no doubt that mothers suffer way more than fathers becoming giving birth, as they have to carry the child and deal with the hormones that came with pregnancy. On the other hand, the husband doesn't have to do any of that. So, to make it equal for both people, tradition is practiced. Many people argue that you can show love to your wife in different ways that aren't as barbaric. You could spend more time with her and cater to her needs instead of walking on coal. Either way, both the husband and wife seem to enjoy this. The woman gets impressed by the dedication of her husband and the man tries to please his wife. The 8th custom involves women wearing gold rings around their necks to elongate them. Yes, you heard that right. This tradition is followed in northern Thailand by the people of the tribe called Kayan Lahwi. The women from these tribes are very particular about their appearance and want to seem glamorous. This old tradition calls for them to wear coils around their neck so that it gets stretched. It makes them look like their head is floating on gold, which is considered a sign of royalty according to their culture. The exact origin is unclear, but it is said that women used to wear these rings in self-defense against kidnappers or to protect themselves from any tiger attacks. These women are given the nickname, giraffe women, by tourists visiting this part of Thailand. As this news became international, the tribal people quickly realized how they can profit from this. Now, tourists have to pay a certain amount to observe these women. The traditions seem harmless since the women willingly put themselves through them to seem prettier. However, it was discovered that these traditions start when a young girl turns 5. How insane is that? Why must a child go through such pain without their consent? It's quite interesting how each culture defines beauty differently. Hopping on to our second last weird tradition on our list, we have the custom that involves no use of the bathroom when a couple gets married. It's impossible to even think of any justifications for this. The tradition is from the Tidong Tribe in Borneo and it lasts for 3 whole days. Can you imagine being so tired from your wedding that you can't even go to the toilet afterward? What makes it worse is that there's your spouse with you, so you both have to suffer together. It is believed that forcing yourself not going to the bathroom will improve the relationship of the couple and will lead to a happy marriage. The last tradition we have is quite funny. The Monkey Buffet Festival in Thailand is a ritual dedicated to entertaining and feeding monkeys. The festival begins with dance performances in monkey costumes. After that, a buffet is spread with different fruits and snacks that have a cloth over them. As soon as the cloth is ripped off, the monkeys attack the food and start munching. It is quite a wholesome tradition that takes us 2,000 years back to when a tale was invented. In this tale, Rama, a divine prince, tries to save his wife from a demon. The hero Hanuman helps him bring back his wife. The entire tradition is just to celebrate joy and remember the kindness of Hanuman, one of the gods in Hinduism. That brings us to the end of this video. We hope you learned facts about different cultures around the world and how absurd some of the traditions are. To see more videos like this, hit the like and subscribe button. See you next time.